Good afternoon, morning, wherever you are, evening. So I got some new decks. I uploaded the water signs oracle reading a couple of days ago, and I'm going to do air signs today. Setup looks a little bit different because I am away from home for the holiday weekend. So we will give this a try. I hope that the video quality is decent. I'm going to start with Libra. So starting with Libra and pull some oracle cards. I've also got, like I said, some new decks. So probably going to have to read a little bit about this archetype deck because I'm still learning it. So let's go ahead and get started. So for Libra, the first one that I have here is abundance. I'm hoping that the way that I set this up, you're going to be able to see that. Actually, pause for a minute. Let me flip it this way and see if that's a little bit better. There we go. So we have abundance. This is from the New Orleans Oracle deck. And you know what? I'm just not even going to use the card holder today. And abundance, this is very similar to the Ace of Cups in the tarot. At the bottom of the deck, we also have signs. I would say, Libra, you need to be paying attention to the signs around you, and that's going to lead you towards your abundance in the month of July. Abundance can be about emotional fulfillment, particularly with this this cup energy. There's a lot of water here, and so I would say that that's probably what you want to be focusing on right now is the signs that lead you towards your emotional abundance. So the cards that have come out of the archetype deck are the Crone, one of the three. Let's see if I can get a better view of that there for you. One of the three female archetypes, Maiden, Mother, Crone, the Medallion, and then at the bottom of the deck we have Aletheia. So I'm going to read about those for you. So the Crone, it may take me a little while to find these, but in terms of abundance, I think sometimes it's hard for us to focus on those things. We have a tendency to focus on things that we lack and not focus on the things that we have. So as you move forward this month, try to live in a state of gratefulness. I think it's going to help you pay attention to the signs that are coming through that are going to lead you in a more abundant direction. The Crone, the witch, the old woman, the sage. The Crone has seen it all. Nothing frightens or surprises her. She is the final manifestation in the feminine trifecta of Maiden, Mother, Crone. In her long life, she's witnessed endless cycles of death, sex, failure, rebirth, conflict, and regeneration, giving her the ability to rise above the world of duality. She laughs at the notions of good or bad, right or wrong, as she has seen the earth churning, smoldering, taking life, and giving life. The Crone energy accepts everything in, devouring beauty and suffering with the same mouth, using their energy to reveal hidden secrets and knowledge. Her energy resides in all of us, though it is feared by most for its power and unconventional relationship with death and the macabre. Awakening the Crone is dangerously rich and unapologetically magic. So this is the wise woman, right? And uh, I think that, living in that state of wisdom, recognizing that there is both light and dark in everything, is going to allow you to find your way towards this abundance. Notice that the woman in this card is, she's a white-haired woman. She's lived through it all. And so I think that those cards kind of reflect each other very well. Sorry for the dogs barking. It probably means that there's somebody coming up on the porch. So the medallion. Let's see. Sorry, getting a little distracted by the dogs. Toby, that's enough. The medallion. So close, so close. Here we go. The medallion, the amulet, the talisman, the heirloom. The passing on of sacred objects is an ancient ritual within families, between lovers, and in tribes across the globe. We gift jewels, treasures, keepsakes, and mementos of all kinds. Some of great material values, others that hold emotional resonance, and still others with both. Yet when these gifts are bestowed upon us, it is important to recognize that they may bind us to unspoken agreement or promise. When the medallion card appears, be aware of how the objects you hold dear may be embedded with unconscious energy or expectations. Materials hold consciousness, and it is time to reconcile the vibration of the objects around you. What do you covet and collect? Why? Is there an object that you have held on to for years that you are ready to release? Perhaps it is time to reach for the medallion that aligns with your deepest values. So, it may be that in coming to a state of abundance this month, it's time to release something. You may be inheriting something, or have already inherited something that does or does not serve you. The Aletheia card is about truth, unspoken truth, and the things that serve us or don't serve us. And so I think it's important to kind of think about those things as you're moving through the month of July, Libra. Our soul recognizes the truth when someone speaks it. In a cool wave of relief washes over the room, and all the facts and figures in the world fall by the wayside. Such is the power of Aletheia. It has an undeniable resonance that goes beyond the rational. We can also recognize Aletheia by its contagiousness. When we hear someone speak the truth, we see the truth within ourselves and are more likely to tell our own story. The Aletheia card requires us to step toward an act of truth. This might look like a conversation, a gesture, a poetic act, or a ritual that honors the unveiling of what's been concealed. Reclaiming your own truth is a way to reclaim your vital energy, health, and sense of belonging in the world. Truth has its own wings, and set it free. So I think, in terms of all of these things, there seems to be a lot of family history messages going on here. You may be living in the crone energy or dealing with someone who's living in the crone energy, Libra. You may be coming to terms with some sort of family truth or family history this month. Let's get some more messages and see if there's anything that kind of clarifies that. Angels, spirits, guides, messages for Libra for the month of July. See what we have here. I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. Attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. My faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. So, very often with family situations and things that we inherit, we can inherit trauma as well as positive aspects from our families. So it may be that the month of July is going to be about finding ways to turn that trauma into healing and fear into love. And that usually happens through recognizing our own truth, recognizing truth in others. Once again, we have abundance. Keep a positive mindset, manifest exactly what you want, gratitude and bliss. As well as addiction, codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, restraint. So it may be that some of the trauma that you are dealing with this month, Libra, and like I said, if I didn't say it earlier, these are general readings, so they may not resonate with everyone. But somebody watching this may be dealing with some addiction. There may be some sort of inherited addiction in your family. That you're dealing with, and that may be blocking your abundance. That may be something that you need to release in order to heal. We also have Cupid's arrow. Have faith, love is coming, surprise invitation or meeting, hesitation, and kisses, unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, and falling in love. So, and this abundance card is very much about emotional abundance because of all of the water energy in it. So it could be that you are you're healing some things this month and letting go of some things that will allow you to move into a state of greater abundance. This latest deck that I just got, it's kind of snarky. This is an 18 and up channel, so don't if you're under 18, you shouldn't be watching this. So I really love this deck. I hope that you do too. Let's see if we have any final messages from the Rebel deck. Drop the fucking ego. Vulnerability is hot as fuck. If your ego is getting in the way of your relationships right now, let it go, Libra. It's time to let it go. Be a little bit vulnerable this month. Let's see what other messages come through for Libra. And then I'll be moving on to Aquarius. Okay, we have you eaten? You're acting like a big ass baby. You need food in your belly. Eat a fucking taco. And winning. You got a good thing going. Don't ruin that shit. So I hope this is helpful for you as you move forward through the month of July, Libra. And if not, then maybe check out some of the other signs in your chart. I'll be doing earth signs and fire signs later. Water signs have already been posted. So if you are a Libra as your sun sign, but you maybe have a different sign as your moon, then or your ascending, you might want to check out those and see if those resonate a little bit more for you. I'm going to reshuffle and then get going on Aquarius. I'm looking at my cheat sheet while I'm shuffling. I'm looking at my cheat sheet for all the signs because I'm still, getting more familiar with the different signs and their qualities. And one of Libra's qualities is people pleasing. So it may be that you, in order to really tap into your abundance this month, you're going to have to release the people pleasing to find your own truth. And if hanging on to some of these mementos, these keepsakes, these things that you've inherited from others is keeping you from doing that, you have the wisdom within you to know what you should hang on to and what you should release. So that being said, I'm going to move on to Aquarius now. Going to go ahead and pull Angel Spirits Guides. What messages do you have for Aquarius in the month of July? Aquarius in the month of July. Signs. Okay, Aquarius, you may be having some signs come through this month you want to pay attention to. These signs, I haven't pulled this card yet, so I'm going to go ahead and look at the book for it. And at the bottom, we also have spiritual knowledge. I think it's really interesting that the sign card has, angel imagery in it. So let's see what the Oracle book has to say about signs. Synchronicities are a sign of being on the right path. Everything from repetitive number patterns to animal messengers and found items such as feathers or coins can be signs that your angels are helping you along your path. Signs can be a way of getting your attention. So you may, if you're trying to make some sort of decision, if you're trying to, move forward with some sort of spiritual knowledge, you may want to start paying attention to the signs around you. It could be that you've been ignoring those signs, and your spirit guides are telling you, Aquarius, it's time to start to paying attention. Aquarians can be very very rational, non-emotional, emotionally detached, and stubborn. And so there could be signs that you've been getting that you've been ignoring, that have been holding you back from moving forward. And so I think you may want to start focusing on the signs that you receive and paying attention to them. So we have quite a few of these. So I pulled the gem for one of the water signs the other day, so I'm not going to read that one. I can tell you that the gem is about the deepest part of ourselves. When you look at this card, you can see that the lighting is so bad. The sun's just blowing everything out in the camera, guys. Sorry. When you look at this card, you can really see that there's the gem in the middle, and there's kind of this tangled web around it. And, that's very much about the barriers that we put up, the tangled web that we have to dig through to really get to our heart space sometimes, to get to the things that drive us to remember the vision that we have of our life and where, what direction we really want to be going, and everything that is intrinsically us, if you will, is kind of embedded in this this nest, this tangled web that we use to protect ourselves. So this card is very much about allowing that light to come through, allowing our light to shine, not hiding our light under a bushel, if you will. And so it may be that you've been, sorry, again, somebody's coming up on the porch. It may be that you've been kind of hiding yourself by not paying attention to the signs. The ocean, the unconscious, the depths, the incomprehensible. The power of the ocean is unmatched. To step into its salty waters is to step into the unknown. By its sheer volume, the ocean represents the unconscious. All that is beyond our understanding, we cannot live within the ocean. We cannot claim it. manage it, or own it. It rejects our every attempt to dominate nature. Yet, amid its overwhelming power, it calls to us, inspires us, and invigorates our life on land. It dissolves the little us into the big us. When the energy of the ocean is present, there is change stirring that is beyond any change you've known before. The ego must dissolve. The saline swells work on your very cells, your fibers, your deepest underlying beliefs. Like Aphrodite, we rise from the ocean's froth, a new being. Life is change. Let the waves crash. What I think is really interesting about this image, too, is that it's almost like two eyes. And, Aquarius being an air sign, you've got this eye in the air, and then you've got this eye in the water. That there's two views almost that are at play here in this card. And being an air sign that doesn't necessarily always connect so much emotionally, and that may vary depending on the placements in your chart, but I think it's really interesting that there's that dichotomy, that duality in this card. You may be needing, and the similar imagery with the circular imagery here as well with the gem. You may be needing to tap into that that inner part of you. I'm going to go ahead and do the forest here at the base of the pack because it's right here. It's the next card. The woods, the thicket, the jungle. Consider for a moment your earliest memory of the forest. It likely included all the mythic dynamics of this archetypal space. A little fear, a little enchantment, perhaps losing your way, perhaps discovering a secret mystical treasure. Such is the magic of the forest. It requires first that you enter it, and then that you get lost within it. You may think there is a path to lead you straight through, but soon enough you'll be on what is known as the pathless path. There are tricksters here, dense foliage, and entanglement, but equally present are the glimmers of fairy light and friends among the trees. You're on an adventure now, and there's no turning back. So embrace the dim light and the moving shadows, whether literal or imaginal. Brave the forest and get lost getting found. So what's really interesting about that the tangled branches imagery is that it's also here in the gem. So, you might need to get a little lost to find yourself. Aquarius, it may be time to kind of dig deep, and you may be going through one of those dark nights of the soul kind of moments where you're trying to figure out which direction to go. You may be struggling to figure out, make some sort of choice this month about which direction you want to go, or where your path is leading you. And it might be that the universe is telling you, follow the signs. The universe is trying to guide you. Follow your heart, follow the signs, and you will find the path. We also have the offering here. The gift, the present, the sacrifice. Unlike many of the other cards in the deck, the offering carries a clear as day message and a call to action. You may have guessed it. It is time for something to be given and given up for the sake of the bigger picture. If nothing comes to mind immediately, though it's likely it will, take time in meditation to consider what must be offered and who is to receive it. It's likely you'll feel attachment and hesitancy. You'll make excuses, but recognize the link between the word sacrifice and the word sacred. One leads to the other. When we offer up something to the greater good, we lighten our load and become more able to serve. Imagine for a moment if you were able to offer your whole self unconditionally to the world. For now, start small. So, it may be that in order to move forward, you need to make some sort of offering of yourself, of the deepest part of yourself, of your heart and your soul, to move forward in your life, to find your path through the woods. There will be signs along the way to show you how to do that. And this could be in terms of money, career, finance. This could be in terms of interpersonal relationships or health. There could be a wide variety of Let me scooch these a little bit so you can see them better. There could be a wide variety of paths that you're trying to navigate right now, depending on your current situation. So keep that in mind as you move forward in July, Aquarius. Oneness is my true nature. So I choose love no matter what. That card is really hard to see in this light. The universe has my back. That would be those signs there. I am the loving energy of the universe. So, I think as you move forward this month, think about the ways that you can make some sort of offer of yourself to others. Be that loving energy, put that loving energy out, and you will get the karmic blessings coming back to you that are available. There will be signs along the way about where you need to be spending your time and energy. We have passion, insane chemistry, like each other equally, and having fun. Not today, not dealing, hurt, avoiding conversation, call, person, boundaries, still angry. So it may be that it's time you've been in this energy for a while, and it's time to make that offering of a new start, or to sacrifice something in order to let go, to get this passion back into your life, to find your way out of this this issue that you've been avoiding. The runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to your ego. Yeah, there was something, I feel like it was the ocean that was talking about ego and letting go of the ego. It may be that you've been running from something that you need to, embrace. And engagement ring, engagement, partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, and union. This could also have to do with some sort of career partnership or business partnership as well, not necessarily romantic partnership. So if you've been running from something, maybe because of some, backstabbing in the past, it's time to face it. It's time to heal from this energy so that you can move forward, and find your way through that forest. And I think, at the base of the pack for this one, we had spiritual knowledge. Your spiritual knowledge is going to help carry you through this situation this month and help you find your way through this forest energy back to your center. Okay, so as I mentioned before, this last deck that I'm going to pull some cards from is the Rebel deck, the Oracle with Attitude. It's a bit sassy. This is an 18 and up channel. If you're not 18, you shouldn't be, or older, you shouldn't be watching this. It's got some salty language, so be prepared. Believe what you see. Face reality or live in fucking la la land. Choose bravely. Let's see. Final messages for Aquarius for the month of July. Final messages for Aquarius for the month of July. Sorry about the dogs barking, y'all. Anytime anybody walks down the street, comes up to the house, the dogs go crazy. Toby! Okay. You are loved. You are here for a reason. Don't fuck it up. Last message for Aquarius. You are going through some tough shit. Everyone has their turn. Welcome to yours. Gather your tired ass up and handle it. So Aquarius, I hope that is helpful for the month of July. You found something that resonated with you. If you didn't, then maybe take a moment to check out the other placements in your chart. Maybe your moon or rising sign, and see if that has more resonance. I've already uploaded water signs. And I will be uploading earth and fire signs later, maybe tomorrow or the next day. So I am out of town this weekend, so I'm just trying to do this when it's not too crazy around here. Spending some time with family away from for the holiday weekend. So those will be coming shortly, but check out your moon or your ascending if this didn't resonate with you. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe. This is a new channel, and I'm trying to kind of build an audience, so I would really appreciate all those likes, shares, and subscribes. And I am going to go ahead and move on to Gemini. So let's see what messages we have for Gemini this month. Okay, Gemini, angel, spirits, guides. What messages do we have for Gemini? Angel, spirits, guides. Messages for Gemini for the month of July. Angel, spirits, guides, ancestors. Oh, here we go. Patience. That's a beautiful image. There's very much a sense of growth, building roots, family in terms of all the rabbits in the tree there. There may be some issues that you're dealing with this month that require some patience. We also have at the bottom of the deck body balance. And you may be dealing with some issues that require you to deal with your health this month. Finding balance within your body, taking care of your body. Let's see what we have in the archetypes. This is a new deck that I'm working with, so I'll probably have to read about these different cards. I'm trying to learn it, so be patient with me on this one. Let's see what messages we have for Gemini for the month of July. Angel, spirits, guides, ancestors. Gemini for the month of July. Angel, spirits, guides. Gemini for the month of July. There we go. Okay, we've got the Mask, the King, the Hearts. The other one that came out was the One. So you may be dealing with some, this is, the One can be your, the one in terms of romantic relationships, but it can also, and the Offering is at the bottom of the deck. And Aquarius just got that one as well. So I actually won't have to read all of these. I've pulled some of these before already. So the mask is about the mask that we wear, but not just the mask that we wear with others. It's also about how masks can be helpful. Can also be something that we hide behind. We can put on a mask to show someone another side of ourselves. We can also hide behind a mask. So be careful about the way that you use the masks that you wear around other people. Because you don't want to hide your heart. You want to let your heart be open. You want to let your heart be in tune with the energy of the universe, the source of love and fulfillment. And it may be, I'm going to look up the King here. It may be that you have been wearing a mask that's keeping people from seeing these things that's keeping you from connecting to that source. The offering is about making a sacrifice, is about you know being able to give as well as receive. And until we are willing to give of ourselves, to let down our guard, to reveal ourselves to others, we can't receive what um, you know is our is what the universe has in store for us. So if you've been feeling like you've been trudging along and nothing is coming to fruition for you, if you've been feeling like you don't have the patience to wait any longer for what you've been hoping for, praying for, trying to manifest, it may be that it's time to shed this mask, to reveal your true self to others, to tap into the source, to tap um, to the one by making some sort of sacrifice, releasing something that's not serving you anymore, and moving into a more positive state, a more open state that allows your true self to be seen by others. If you've been hiding from others and not allowing them to see you clearly, then that's gonna block those blessings that the universe has in store for you. The king, the ruler, the commander, the emperor. I don't know if you can see that very well. There we go. Um, if our lives are imagined as a kingdom containing the entire spectrum of human experience, the king presides over it all. Through the lens of the king, we assess the state of our land, make decisions, and rule accordingly. Therefore, the king must be thoroughly and regularly vetted so as to avoid corruption. Recognize the dual nature of the king. He is either seated in benevolence and strength, guiding you towards peace, or he is oppressing the weak out of the need to control. There is not so much middle ground. Some think of the king as the ultimate expression of the ego, yet the great kings of mythology and history serve from an egoless place. They take their throne with grace and humility, knowing the divine uses them as a channel to heal deep and long-standing discrepancies in the kingdom. So, as especially as a Gemini, that the sign of the twins can have a kind of a dualistic nature. It may be that you've been spending too much time in one aspect, that you're not really in a state of balance, with this body balance card, that you've been trying to control things too much, or living in a state of oppression as opposed to benevolence. And that you need to make some sort of offering of benevolence to those in your life, that you need to find more patience, to get to that peaceful state that you're looking for. So let's pull some more oracles, see what other messages we have for Gemini for the month of July. Messages for Gemini for the month of July. These are general readings, so take what resonates for you. What doesn't, just leave it. They may or may not resonate depending on your own personal situation. It could be that you need to look at the other placements in your chart. If you have your moon sign or your ascending sign might have something that resonates more clearly. I surrender to a power greater than me. Yeah, the sun is just blowing out all these cards. There's a butterfly in that card. You could be going through some sort of transformation right now. I choose love no matter what. and that goes back to the, the offering, to sacrificing, to making some sort of sacrifice or giving to others. That's very much heart energy. That's very much about love. Patience can also be very much about love. So you may want to be considering what I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. And hope is a conduit for miracles. So, so keep those things in mind moving forward. Let's see what other messages we have for Gemini for the month of July. Angel Spirits Guides. Some messages for Gemini for the month of July. What does Gemini need to know for the month of July? Okay. Love call. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. Okay. So this offering may also be an offering that someone makes to you. And, are you going to let down your mask and accept that offering? Are you going to keep that mask in place? Are you going to reveal your true self and your heart to someone? Heartbroken, deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, or mourning. Very often when we are heartbroken, that's when we put our masks on as a defense against, further hurt. And it can be hard to take those masks off and take those walls down afterwards and be able to move on. So photograph, looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories. Maybe time to let go of that heartbreak and make room for new love to come in. The runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to your ego. So if you are the runner or you are dealing with a runner, either way, energies can be fluid. Let's see if we can get one more message for Gemini for the month of July. And the chaser in a codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issue. So you could be in some sort of runner chaser dynamic with someone, and you may actually, cassette is at the bottom, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. So it may be that you are trying to decide how to proceed. That can be tough. So I think, the key to that, though, is getting back in touch with your heart and the source, and removing the masks. So the last deck that I'm going to give some oracles from is the Rebel deck. It's a sassy, salty little deck, and it's full of dirty language. This is an 18 and up channel, so if you are not 18 and up, then you shouldn't be watching it. And I hope that you appreciate this deck as much as I do. So the first message is get over yourself, pull your shit together, help people, give back, do good shit for humanity. So that goes hand in hand with the offering. Sometimes we have to make a sacrifice, and in order to move forward, give up something that we've been hanging on to for a while. That person, that project, that idea is waiting, and you have patience here too. Get after that shit. The world has your back. So maybe you've been patient for a while and it's time to start moving forward with that. Maybe you're going to have to be patient until you release some of this, past energy, and take off that mask so that you can move forward. And you need a good fucking cry. Get the ugly cry on. Let that shit go. Your soul will thank you. So I hope that's been helpful for you. Take what resonates, leave the rest, and I will see you guys later.